welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the south east coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 10th of March. Happy birthday to me! It's my brother's birthday today. Dear old boy. Mind you, I'm the eldest. And it's my birthday next month. Oh, excuse me. Get all excited because it's birthday. Oh dear me. Yeah, so it's the 10th of March and it's episode number 207. Anywhere you can find me is down in the description box, and anything that I mentioned today is also down in the description box. I do apologise about being over here and not over there. It's just the sun is out and I do not want to shut the curtains and block out. It's nice to have the sun out, I think, these days. We have to make the most of it, don't we? Well, it's weird because obviously it's going in and out behind the clouds, but it'll be out again in a minute. Right then, so first of all, I would like to say a big thank you to everybody that messaged me or commented on the little story that I put on here about last week. I do apologise. I had a bad flare-up. I am still going through the flare-up. I just cannot shift this one at all. And yeah, but hey ho, we are here this week. I couldn't leave you for 2 weeks because it's not fair, is it? Mind you, if I left you for 2 weeks, my goodness me, I can't believe the stuff I have got to show you today. That's all I can say. Right then, so, and also I'm planning on one day this week. I'm not going to say when, because as I say, you know what I mean, it's fingers crossed that Mishka and I can go on Saturday. As just bless her heart, I've been worried silly about her. She got rushed to hospital for breathing problems. She has got this awful bug flu thing going around, and it has just knocked her for 6. And then unfortunately, hi Gaz, her husband has got it and he's really poorly too. And because Gaz works with Glenn, you see. And Glenn came home last week and said, oh, you know, there's so many others going down with it. I said, whatever you do, do not bring that home. My immune system cannot handle that at all. Oh my gosh, but bless Mishka. Oh my word. I'm sending you big love and hugs as always, darling. And yeah, you know, fingers crossed that we'll be okay for Saturday. We're a right pair, us two, aren't we? Oh dear me, bless her heart. So I've been worried silly about her, I really have. Anyway, so yeah, you know what I mean, it's all been happening here. But as I say, because I haven't obviously been doing my normal, even though I have been doing some work, I have managed some, but not my normal schedule, I have got lots done. So as I say, so one day in the week I am planning, as I say, all goes on what's, you know, here, to start a series of cross stitch. Okay, I am going to do it all from scratch, basically the tools, how to do it on a budget, and you know, all that kind of thing. So you know, bear with me please, I haven't forgot about it at all. It is happening. Originally I was going to do one big video, but I just think it's just too much information for everybody to take in, so I'm going to do it as a series. Okay, I just thought that would be a bit more better. So there will be a playlist when it's all you know, when I start uploading and recording and everything. So we are starting completely, and I mean completely from scratch when it comes to the cloths, needles, threads, blah blah blah. Okay, so that, fingers crossed, will be coming during the week as an extra. Okay then, right, so let's just hop right in, as I say, because I have tons to show you. In fact, I can't believe how much I have done. You do these little fingers. Right then, so first of all, we will start with, yeah, we will. I did get the cardigan finished for the show. So Mishka is on the sleeves. She messaged me and said she's on the sleeves. So I reckon that she's probably got that done. Because she's a quick knitter, is that girl. She is a quick knitter. And I did the crochet version because, as you know, I'm a crocheter more than a knitter. And she's the other way round. She's more of a knitter than a crocheter. But we both do this, you know, we both do, you know, both of the crafts. So I chose the Magnus cardigan by Megan Ballum, which is this one. Let's see if I can get that. Ooh, there we go. Is it? Can you see it? There you go. And as you know, a couple of weeks ago, I did the body. I was so excited. I got my yarn because it's an aran weight from Woolwarehouse. Got everything to how it should be on the pattern. And yeah, the fronts are just too small. The sleeves fit perfect. I didn't have to change the sleeve in any way at all. So it's obviously the fronts. And then I did the hashtag of the cardigan, and I'd say at least 85% of people have had to add more here because the fronts are just not wide enough. So I had to add, like I said I was going to, and I have it finished. Let's get the shoulders on there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. So as you see, I've had to add quite a bit, but now it does actually fit right. But what I did was, because I wanted the rib to sit like correctly, yes, I cast this on as a strip, did rows, and then sewed it all on. I know, I'm mad. I haven't added the pockets because of the shortness of this. The pockets would like be round here, so there's no point. So, which is unfortunately, but I have tried it on. The length is fine. Now it sits lovely, and now mine just have a collar. That's the only thing that yeah. But I'm happy with it. Would I make another one? No, I wouldn't. Honestly, the pattern has the fronts are just not wide enough. So yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, I really, really like it. So I will be wearing this on Saturday. So yeah, it's a shame, really. It is a shame, isn't it? So, and I used exactly the right amount of yarn, which is another annoying thing, because, you know, if I had plenty left over, then I know that I'd have done something wrong with the tension and stuff, but I didn't. And as I say, the sleeves are fine. The sleeves are absolutely perfect. I didn't have to change any of that part. It's just this part. So there you go. But it's done. It's done. So yeah, that's that. So let's pop that down there. So, and there's the pattern. Okay then, right, so we'll stick with crochet, because obviously when I finish that, then I could go back to the blankets. As you know, I've got 2 blankets on the go, and I have been doing, and I haven't left that pattern downstairs. No, I haven't. Just the shade card. And as you know, I got the Summer Dawn blanket by West Yorkshire Spinners, so I just thought I'd get this one out. The other one is always downstairs as well. These 2 are always downstairs. Obviously it's done in their Colour Lab, which is an expensive yarn, so I've done my equivalent. And I just brought some of the, oh, that's a point I've got to say about that, brought some of the Woolwarehouse yarn there, Yarnsmith Create. So, and I have just, you know, I looked at the screen and I just did an equivalent, and it seemed to be working out okay. This one, I do have to sew in the ends. I just finished that before I went to bed last night, so I haven't managed to sew in the ends. And I have now 2 of these, because you've got to do 4 of each. And I thought, well, if I do 2 of each and then go back again and do another 2 of each, and then I won't get bored. So, and then there's those 2. And then there's those 2. And how they go together is, they go together like that, or the other way around. It depends on how you want to put it together, really. So, yeah, it's just a little corner to corner, really. You know, it's a nice easy pattern. Don't even have to think about it now. All I've got to do is look at the colour change, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm plodding along with that. I am using the 4.5 hook, because obviously, you know, being a corner to corner, it is a little bit more dense, so you just use a bigger hook for a DK yarn. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. I really am enjoying that. It's an easy pick up. Right then, so that is the knitting. I'm looking around because there's just so much. No, it's not. It's the crochet, isn't it? That's because I'm looking at knitting. Right then, now, this is going to surprise you. It really is. Because I have actually got 2 pairs. Oh, hang on, before I go any further. I see on Facebook, yes, it was. I think it was on Instagram. It must have been on Instagram as well. Woolwarehouse with their yarn, DK yarn, is launching their very first Cal crochet along. Now, I can't remember the date. I can't remember if it was the end of this month or next month. I think it was next month. And so they're doing their very first crochet along. So I messaged Mishka, but Mishka, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And she hadn't. So we're excited to see what it is. And I'm hoping it's a blanket. I'm assuming it's going to be a blanket. And yeah, and then we'll see see if I want to take part or not. So yeah, so okay, why do I keep saying West Yorkshire Express? Because of that pattern. So yeah, so Wool Warehouse is they're going to launch their very first crochet along. I'm so excited to see what it is. Right then, okay, so yeah, hop over to their what's the names, and then you'll be able to see you know what it is and stuff, the dates and stuff. Right then, okay, so next we had to say we have knitting. Now I have actually finished, I know, sit down with shock, but I have actually fully finished 2 pairs of socks. And as I say, leave me alone, eh? Right then, so I'd finished these ones. Now this yarn was gifted to me by my dear friend Audrey. Hello, sweetheart. And it's Rosies Moments, and it's called Fairy Lights, I think it is. I'll get the label out in a minute. And the pattern I used is the Crunkle pattern by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. I do love her patterns. And I followed it to the T. I did the heel flap and gusset, and I also did her toe. I do love her toe, her umbrella toe, and I do that on most of my my socks. But oh my gosh, I just love these. So yes, I've got those finished. And I also finished my I know, I can't believe it. My Advent socks by Yarn Badger. I think then, oh bless your heart, sorry, I forgot about that. By Yarn Badger. Oh my gosh, I love the way they have knitted up. I know I said while I was knitting them up in December, you know, they were very muted compared to last year's ones, or the year before's, but my gosh, they are absolutely beautiful, aren't they? And yeah, yet again, I have done a umbrella toe, and I've done the heel flap and gusset, because she did, this is a mini and this was the mini, but I just went right to the end with the yarn. I didn't put extra anything different because I just wanted to use up the yarn. But my gosh, I love them to bits. So yes, I have 2 pairs of socks. I know. What more can you say, eh? Do I need 2 pairs of socks? I don't need 1 pair of socks. Oh dear, I did my annual sock wash. Oh my gosh. And wow, that's all I'm going to say. Wow. Yeah, it filled the line. I had to hunt for pegs because I ran out of pegs. And oh my gosh. Well, anyway. So, yes, it is all, you know, they're done. They're off the needles. So I've only got 1 more pair on the needles now to get finished. And that is the ones that I brought with the orange yarn from Yarnsmith, actually. Their sock yarn, and that's a free pattern, and they're downstairs. I ain't done any work on them, so you know, that's why I never brought them up. But they're the pumpkin spice ones, I think they're called. Anyway, they're something autumn anyway, and they've got a cable down them, so you know what I mean. I just got a pair there that I'm plod along with now while those 2 are off. So I've only got 1 pair of socks on the needles. I know. What more can I say to that one? Right then, so next up, yeah, I'm still going. We have quilting, and then that connects the cross stitch. Okay, so I decided to make myself a new project bag. So, and as you know, I cut into, was so chuffed I actually was brave enough to cut into it, because any quilter out there will know we buy our fabrics, but cutting into it is a different story. Altogether, it really is. So last year when Laurie Holt launched the autumn collection, and So Hot, bless them, they had it, they got it right in, and so did the Stitchery at Dorset, because they're the two that I mainly use for the Laurie Holt stuff. And I got a charm pack, and it sat there and it sat there, and I thought, oh, yeah, you know. And then anyway, this was last year, and then I thought, no, do you know what I mean? What's the point of it sitting there? I've got to be brave. I've done all the stroking, you know, as you do, because you stroke fabric just like you stroke yarn, you know, do all that. And then I thought, no, I've got to be brave, and I've got to start cutting into this fabric. So I went through my Laurie Holt books, and I chose the Farm Girl Vintage book 2, and I found this pattern, and it just went. So it's a couple of flowers, so let's go, that's better. It's a couple of flowers, that is the block. It was so much fun to make, so much fun. And then I did just some random charms for the back, and then I did half a charm there. I did actually cut it in half, and then for the top of the bag I did the other half of the charm. so I already had some flowers crocheted up, and I covered a button with a little bit of the purple that I had left over. Now the difference is, because obviously these here, hang on a second, let's see if I can find, no, that's worse. Oh wow, I know we shouldn't moan about sunshine, but gosh, please be friendly. Right, as you know, these here are more than 5 inches, and that's what a charm pack is. It's 5-inch square. So what I did is I joined, just see that there, but I followed the, but it, when I actually, got a thing there, when I actually joined all the block together, I just made sure that that line was there, and I did the same with this one, and made sure that line was there. So, you know what I mean, from a distance, look, you can't see it. So, but that's the way I managed to work it with, we're doing a charm pack. And I have her little, what's the name on there? But I'm so, so happy with this project bag that I've made. I love doing her blocks, because my other one is over there, I think. No, it's the other one's in the drawer. I actually have got one with a pumpkin on it, haven't I? My pumpkin one, but oh my gosh, I just absolutely love it. I'm just so chuffed with the way this turned out. I really am. So in here, I am housing the cross stitch that I'm doing at the moment, which is the Flea Market flowers. And I have done a bit. I am doing all called for, because Laurie does her DMC, which is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, and a piece of cloth that I got from charity shop, of course. I've got to go down to my charity shop. I ain't been down there for a while to see what they've got in their craft section. I'll have to do that. Right, so let me get me thing. It's over here. I'll be back in a minute. You don't want to be look too close to me. Right then, so I have actually done, I finished this, because I had this one done, and I've done those, and I've done the whole of that, and I've started this flower down here. So, oh, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I really am. I don't know, I'm really, really annoyed with this light. I know I shouldn't be, but is that much better? Not really. So, yeah, it's plodding along, but honestly, it's such a fun stick. Now I've gone completely dark. Look, I can't win today, can I? Honestly. Sorry about all this. I'm so sorry. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Right, son, just hold on for 5 minutes, please. So, yeah, I am absolutely enjoying that, but I love that bag. I really, really do love that bag. And, yeah, it was such fun to make. I love her quilt blocks. And, yeah, what more can I say? Right then, okay, so I think that's all the crafting. As I say, all the crafting. I don't think I've done too bad, really, have I? Quite a bit, actually. Oh my gosh. I've got to quickly tell you, actually. Cool. This was a couple of weeks ago now, obviously, because, you know, I missed last week. And I couldn't find my little Elmy. And I thought, oh my gosh, where's my little boy? You know, he worries me, as you know. And I had this. It's just a box, plastic box. And it's got his little quilt in it. It's all it's got in it. And that was behind there on my machine table. And I was hunting everywhere for them. Calling, you know, as you know yourself, you can call a cat until you're blue in your face. Unless it's tea time or breakfast. Do they turn up? No. Honestly, they do make me laugh. They really do. Anyway, so anyway, I was looking around. I was up, going downstairs. I was up here. And all of a sudden, I'm going to put this video in on top. I found this. Yes, he was sound asleep. He tucked himself in that plastic box behind the machine. So obviously I've moved it off. And yeah, he was soundo. And then he decided to get up and stretch and then go back to sleep again. When I showed Glenn, Glenn went, what? I went, I know. He fit in that little box. It's marvellous, isn't it, what they do? Absolutely marvellous. Right then, okay. So that was the excitement of Elmo. Has anything else happened? So it's been a busy week on and off with worry and everything else. And so I've got Diddy's birthday today. On Thursday, I'm actually out with my brother. Yeah, it's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. I'm out with my brother. I've got to take him to his appointment. And then on Saturday is the show. So, yeah, it's a busy, busy month this last couple of weeks of the month. So there we go. What more can I say? Right then, so even though I was, as I say, not right, but obviously, you know, you have to work when you work, you know, for yourself, don't you? So I did have a bit of an update last Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was. And I'm just going to show you what is actually left. So there is, I did do a batch of the extra large project bags, and my last two I did, because this is my cross stitch panel one. Instead of button wadding and lining, I put the heavy duty calico in there. So I did them all like that this time, and rather than putting in the wadding, and because I was just because I play with stuff for myself, and then if I like it, then I will do it in you know, put some in the shop. And I seem to like the heavy duty calico as a calico as a lining rather than the wadding and the lining. Yeah, just the normal lining. So anyway, they are already all folded, because what I do is when I make them, I photograph them, put them in the shop, and then I I repress them and then because I can store better in the in my drawer. So these are in the shop at the moment, and there is this one with little cats on chairs, and it's got a green base, is same front and back. And this is getting so annoying. Not very good today, am I? Wonder if I put hang on. That's a bit better. That's better. Right, okay. So, and then this one has the black handles. As I say, it's got the real heavy duty, so it stands up great. And yeah, so let's fold that back up so I can put it back in the drawer. So that's the first one. Right, the second one is flamingos, but this has got a little pale pink background with a black base, pink top, same front and back, and there we go, black handles. This one is flamingo fabric, but this has got a white background, black bottom, pink top, black handles, same front and back. Let's fold them up. And then the last one is all different fruits, and to get the peach there of the pear, I've got a peach back, peach bottom, white handles, and same front and back. So I'd say they're in the shop at the moment, okay. And also now this actually was all completed and done for last December. And I tell you what, Patreons, you are just great at keeping my secrets. You really are. I'd like to thank you so much for that. Now, as you know, I did, as I say, last year, I made my first barrel notions pouch. And I did it all by hand. I put the zip in by hand. I did everything by hand. And then I did this one, because this one was my first one. And then I thought, that's a bit long. So I did the same same thing, but I shortened it. Then I kept getting asked about, you know, can you make them and blah, blah, blah. But having them all done by hand is just not feasible to do it. So then I come up with the idea, and I said to Glenn, I'm going to work all weekend. So this was, it must have been about September time. I'm going to see if I can do these notion pouches, but with some, mostly machine work, but there has to be some handwork. So first of all, I came up with this one. So the only thing now that is actually done by hand is your sewing of the hexagons in the ends. The zip has been put on, but it's been done. All this has been done on the machine. All this is done on the machine. As I say, it's fully lined, all nice and neat, so no raw edges. But there's the only little thing is the sewing in of the hexagons is the only thing by hand. So I made that one to start off with. Then I did this one, and I made Mishka one as well, and obviously pumpkins again. So yeah, yet again, 95% of it done on the machine. Then Mishka and I went to our Hobbycraft. I say this was all last year. Yeah, it was. And I found they had a charm pack. No, they didn't. They had a fat quarter pack of William Morris, and I just loved it. So I've made this one, and this one is the one I've used, you know, all the time. The amount of stuff you can fit in one of these is just unbelievable. I mean, you wouldn't believe what I have in this little pouch. Well, anyway, so I thought, right, what I'm going to do is I am going to write up the pattern, do the templates, put it in my Etsy shop. Well, it's taken me until now to do it. It's in there. It's in the Etsy shop. Okay. Now, what you get is, this is just my draft. So this is, you know, you get written instructions, and there's 2 pages. Templates. Also, because I'll explain why in a moment. When you, or if you make a purchase of any in an Etsy shop, well, it was mine anyway. I don't know if that's because I've set it up. I don't know. I get an email through, and on that email from Etsy, it tells me what the person has brought and blah, 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 blah. So, and then at the bottom is the person's email address. Okay. So if you'd like to buy the pattern for this, okay, when I get notification from Etsy that you have brought the pattern, I will scan down to your email address, and then on that email address I will send over the link for a private YouTube channel tutorial of how to put this together. As I say, it's a private video, because obviously you have to purchase the pattern to be able to see it. And yeah, so as soon as the actual pattern has been purchased, with my notification, I will go into the email, your email at the bottom of it, and then I will personally send over the link. Okay, now I have sold one, so thank you so much for that. You know who you are. I was so excited. And you were my guinea pig. Well, you and Glenn were my big guinea pig, really, because I had the video all set up and everything, all recorded as I actually made this one. And because, as you know, I do talk and I go into depth. I don't like skipping bits, you know, just because of the length of what Etsy give you to put a link of a video. Honestly, it was ridiculous. So Glenn said, why don't you halve it and do it in part 1 and 2? No, it was still too long. It's like over 20 minutes, the actual video is, of the tutorial for you. You know, it shows you the cutting, the pressing. It shows you the sewing on the machine. It shows you the hand sewing. It shows you it from beginning to end. Okay, and so I think if I actually was going to do it via Etsy, I was probably going to be about 7 videos, you know, parts. And I thought, no, this is going to drive everybody crazy. So this is the easiest way I have found. There might be another one, but I ain't that really good with this old computer lark. So you know what I mean? This is how I found that it works for me. I have put everything in the description. So, yeah, you know what I mean, to say that there is a video on purchase. So, yeah, so, you know, it's there. It's called the Barrel Notions Pouch Pattern. So, as you know, you'll probably know that there is a crochet pattern in there that's been in there for a little while. And so this is, and that's my first crochet pattern, and this is my very first sewing pattern, so I'm so excited. I really am. So yeah, it's in the Etsy shop, but as I say, you know, don't worry if you think, oh, you know what, I haven't, you know, where's my video? I have to personally send that over to you on the purchase, okay, with the email at the bottom of what Etsy gives me. Okay then, right, so now is there anything else? So there shouldn't be. There's so much, isn't there, this week? So yeah, I don't think, oh my gosh, there was. I was going to do some books because I've finished the second book. Hold on a second, hold on. Back. Right then, so, and I can't see where it is up there, the first one. It's these, oh hang on, that'll be in here, won't it? Of course it will, Davina. What are you talking about? Yeah, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Right. Now, I know there was mixed reviews on there, but I didn't mind the first one. Actually, I quite enjoyed it. So then when she launched last year, she launched the Cinnamon Bun Store. Now, my goodness me. I thought the first one was a bit rude. This one is, my goodness me, it's even got 1, 2, 3, 4 like chilies on the back for spicy books. I know. Oh my gosh. Because it's got a twist in it that keeps you thinking, you kind of keep reading, if that's the way that I try to explain it. There's Hazel is, she works in a bookshop, obviously the Cinnamon Bun bookshop, and she keeps finding clues in books in the shop. Someone keeps writing, highlighting like lines in the book and then turning over a page, so they're kind of defacing the book, aren't they, really? Well, anyway, Logan was in the first one. Oh gosh, oh my gosh, I say it was a bit of a while now. As soon as I read it. What is his name? Noah, that's it. So anyway, she friends Noah, and Noah is a bit of a one that works on a fishing boat, but he's a bit of one for the women, and he she goes to him for help because she wants to live the summer, because she's lived her life so strictly, and you know what I mean, so you know, everything is to the T, and she's been so, how she calls it, boring basically. So she wants to live the summer, so she calls on to Noah as a friend anyway, because he is one for the, you know, the ladies and that lot, so she can actually find out who's leaving these clues. Well, anyway, that part, the clue part, is the part that keeps you reading. Honestly, it really is. And when you find out who's leaving the clues, after all the naughty bits in it, it just doesn't seem to seem right. That's all I'm going to say, just in case you haven't read it and you want to read it. Yeah, so I have finished it, and I know my dear friend Susan, hello Poppet, she read this one, and she did read the other one as well. And now, obviously, there is the third one. Now, the last time I spoke to Susan, she was still reading it, but she's probably finished it now. So the third one in the series is the Christmas Tree Farm. And you've got you've got all the characters from the first book and the second book. They all follow on, so you've all got the same characters, but the author Laura Gilmore seems to pair up two people, and then as the story, and then all the others are around them, if you understand. So yeah, so this one is the brother of one of the main character in the first book, but the Kira, I think her name is, as I say, I'm only on chapter 9. Yeah, Kira she's moved to, oh my gosh, Dream Harbour, and she's brought the Christmas Tree Farm, which you will find out all about the story and why she's done it and so on, and she's moved there. But at first, you will not like her. You really, really won't like her. At the moment, she's softening, you know, is it page at chapter 9, but she's just starting to soften, but she's still got this bite about her. And yeah, you know what I mean, I will keep on reading. And Mishka messaged me to say that Laurie Gilmore is launching another 2 this year, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's another 2 this year. She's got dates and everything, so I know Amazon has got them for pre-order, but I just wait for them to come out and then get them that way. So yeah, I'm going to give this one a go, and I don't know if I'm going to carry on with the next 2. I don't know yet. We'll see how this one goes. But one thing I am excited about is now my dear friend Melanie. Hello, darling. She was the one who got me hooked on this. And hang on, I can see it. Hang on. Oh! Right, okay. No, it's not that one. After all that, I picked up the wrong blooming book. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Right, this one. Oh my gosh. Sarah Beth Durst. The Spell Book. Now, this was a page turner. I enjoyed every minute of this book. It's the first cozy fantasy I have ever read, and I love it. And guess what? She is actually releasing her second one in this series this year. She has a release date, and I think it's June or July, maybe later on. But gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the next book. Honestly, this was so much fun. It really, really was. So yeah, so if anybody has read this, there is the second one coming out this year. So I follow her on Instagram. So, and on there is all the details. Absolutely spot on. Right then, okay, so that's my reading. Right, now I am actually going to just quickly going to say, just on a bit of a sad note really, oh dear me, I've had this person who keeps leaving comments underneath my videos. Well anyway, I've blocked them now, because I said to Glenn and Mishka, it is just getting on my nerves. They pick at the way I talk, and I think to myself, you know what I mean? You know, I'm not the most intelligent person on the planet. I know I ain't. I was gifted with, you know, I'm a bit more clever with my hands than I am with anything else. This was the way I was taught to talk. You know, I can't help it, you know. This is just the way it was, you know. And I know I get my words all muddled up and everything else, but that's just the way I am. I ain't changing for no one. Well, anyway, on my last... What have you been up to Wednesday? Apparently, I said well done to the people that had sent in all their beautiful work too many times. And I think that was the last straw. And they had actually, you know, obviously they've got more time on their hands than any of us, because they had actually sat there and counted how many times I had said it. Okay? And... you know, and then I commented them back saying, well, I think that they actually deserve a well done, because they have worked hard in you know, in their crafting, like all of us do. And that's when they gave the number of 33. Yeah, I know, 33. Oh. And then I messaged something back anyway, and I got one of the words, you know, two. It was... excuse me, you know, obviously there's three ways of writing two. There's the number 2, there's TO and TOO, and I happen to put a TO instead of a TOO. I know, this is how petty this person is. And so they get messaged back with this 2, you know, because I got it wrong. You know, as I say, you know, I ain't no genius. I ain't very clever with me English, you know. So, you know, and that was the final straw. So I've just blocked them. So, you know, I do apologise if I get on anybody's nerves with the way I talk. But that is just the way I am. And I ain't changing for no one. No one. You know what I mean? This is me. This is me. So, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd say something, because this person, as I say, has been doing it for a while now, and it was just got on my nerves. It really did just get on my nerves. And then I had a couple of others that said that I was greedy. I haven't got a greedy bone in my body. You know what I mean? How can I be greedy? I do my charity every year, but I'm greedy apparently, according to these two people. I know, what else can you say? So yeah, so you know what I mean, if you want to say something, just, you know, leave the bad comments away from us. We've built a community here which are friendly, and you know, we help each other out. Would you really walk up to a stranger, because that's what I am in a way, you know, would you walk up to a stranger in the street and say the things that you have been leaving messages for me underneath these videos? You bet you wouldn't. I bet you wouldn't. You know what I mean? So you can hide behind the screen, but you know, eventually, you know, you are going to be told, like now. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, let's leave it at that, shall we? Let's just leave it at that. So I do apologise if I said well done too many times on my Wednesday video. I do apologise, but I still think that they deserve every well done that they got. I really do. So anyway, so on that note, I am going to disappear, and as I say, it's been a packed one. It's going to be a long one this week, so I will be back on the, where are we, the 17th. So, yes. Oh, no, I'll be back on Wednesday before that, won't I? With what have you been up to Wednesday? Then I'll be back on the 17th. So, yeah. So, please, please, please take care. Stay safe. And, you know, have fun with your crafting. Enjoy the weather if you've got it like this, because it is gorgeous. So, please, take care. Stay safe. And as always, my lovelies, happy crafting. Bye.